Alright, for your GarageBand project, the first thing that you will need to do is insert a USB into the laptop. As soon as you have inserted your USB, it should appear on the desktop like that. And you can check inside your USB. The other place you can check if your USB has correctly been installed is by looking under devices in the Finder. So there it is. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is launch GarageBand. You can either find the program GarageBand by typing it in here in Spotlight, and it'll come up. Or else the other thing that you can do is go down here to our dock, find GarageBand and simply launch it that way. So I'm launching it here from the dock, and it tells you it's going to do a few things. Alright, it may indicate that there are some recent projects that it's looking at, but we want to start a new project. And in new projects we're going to be working with loops, so that's the button that we want to have selected. You can either then hit choose, or you can just double click on the loops icon and it will go to our next screen. Okay, in this next screen, this is why it's very important that we had our USB installed, because we're going to straight away save our project. Okay, Zambolt's song. I'm going to type in my class, and it asks you where you would like to save it. So I'm going to choose over here my my USB, and then I'm going to find where I'd like to save it. I'm going to save it in St. Hilda's classroom, year 8. Student work 8E GarageBand. Alright, down the bottom here you can set your tempo, faster, slower. I'm thinking maybe I'll create a bit of a slower song, so I'm just going to, it was originally on 120, I might bring it back to about 100. You can adjust your time signature, 4434. Any different kind of time signature. Generally you'll probably want 4/4 time, but you can play around that with that if you like. Key, once again, if you're not really sure, just leave it on C major, but if you want it to play around with different keys, you can try that. I might actually try something different. I might go to D, and I'm going to change it from major to minor, so I'm going to have a minor sounding song. Alright, after you've made those selections, especially making sure that you're saving it here in your USB, that you're not saving it to the hard drive. If you try to save it to the hard drive, it may actually disappear on you and then you'll have to start all your work again. So yes, make sure it's saved to your USB and then go to create. And you will be presented with the GarageBand window. GarageBand window at the moment has 3 main sections. Actually probably 4 main sections, I guess. It's got the tracks area over here where your tracks will be listed. Your tracks are basically like the different instruments that you are composing with. In this section here, this is where you're going to manipulate the actual music that you're going to create. And over here is where you're going to choose the music from. This is the loops area, as you can see by the heading. Finally, the 4th area is all of this area down the bottom here, which controls, you've got your play controls down here, you've got different ways of looking at the music. You can turn a cycle region on or off, you can turn your metronome on or off. It's got an overall volume, and all different sorts of information down the bottom here. Alright, so that's a brief introduction about how to start your project.